What's up, IAJ people? Now today we'll be giving you the top 25 places to visit whenever you come to Jamaica. Now let's jump right into it. Then we'll focus on some bonus.
Mayfield Falls is made up of 2 waterfalls and 21 natural pools. It is located in an area where you can also go hiking with your family, either on your own or with a guide. The pools are all shaded, so you can spend the entire afternoon there in complete comfort. There's a cafe located in the vicinity where you can pick up some Jamaican cuisine if you get hungry. Rhodes Hall Plantation Tour. Considering the history of the region, you'll find quite a few islands offering plantation tours, much like what obtains at Rhodes Hill. The Rhodes family was the British merchant family which owned the estate in the 18th century, and the property still bears their name. It had been in operation since the 1700s and was primarily a sugarcane plantation which also produced rum. Today, you'll find loads of activities that are sure to keep the children engrossed, including horseback riding, explorations, eco-tours, a crocodile reserve, and lots of birds and other animals to interact with. Blue Mountains. There is so much to do at the Blue Mountains. You can embark on all-day tour which lasts about 10 hours, or you can opt for something shorter, which is probably best if you're with your younger children. For families with older children, the all-day tour takes you from Negril to Ocho Rios to Kingston and back. Along the way, you'll get to visit parks and other historic landmarks and monuments, plantations with stops for lunch and drinks. Hiking tours and camping are top activities for most visitors to the Blue Mountain. The Caribbean is one of the best places to try out horseback riding, if you haven't already. Essentially, this is a horseback riding trip which allows you and the horses to cool off in the water. The entire family can be a part of the group riding through the countryside roads surrounded by trees to the beach and then into the water. The horses enjoy this as much as the riders, and you only go deep enough to get your legs wet. Bring along your camera for photos. Devon House Ice Cream. Try something authentically Jamaican at Devon House in Kingston. The ice cream here was once voted one of the top 10 in the world by National Geographic. While you're there, sample exotic flavors like Jamaican guava and mango that even your picky toddlers may want to try. More adventurous children will enjoy flavors like soursop, while adults can relax and try the Devon Stout flavor, which hints of bear or rum and raisin. You can relax and eat your ice cream in the gardens around Devon House. On weekends, you're likely to bump into local families also indulging in this family treat. The Martha Brae River. River rafting and the Martha Brae River go hand in hand in Jamaica. The Martha Brae is about 3 miles long and it is mostly quiet and calm. The river rafting tour on Martha Brae will require that you get aboard a bamboo raft and then set off downstream. The experience is quite literally the Caribbean version of the gondolas of Venice. Whether you go with kids or just with a significant other, you set the pace for this tour, which is bound to be fun for all. Cool Runnings Water Park. The best thing about the Cool Runnings Water Park is the ambiance. There is always good music, making it feel like a party that never ends. Then there's the water slides, the lazy river, go-kart racing, and a toddler water play area with lifeguards on hand. You'll feel at ease as your children play around or take part in fun competitions which often get underway on the weekends. Weekends are usually more crowded though, so aim for midweek, early morning to have more room to move about. Rick's Cafe. Rick's Cafe has been made famous over the years for the cliff diving opportunities that can be found here. But the kids will have to take a back seat on this adventure, as young or small children are advised not to venture into the diving area. Instead, you can sit in the restaurant, eat, have some cold drinks, and wait for the amazing sunset. Dunn's River Falls. A trip to the Dunn's River Falls is a must when in Jamaica, especially if the kiddos are along for the ride. At this 180 feet high waterfall, you'll find plenty of photo opportunities and lots of adventure. Take the kids along on a guided hike of the area. You can even hold hands and take older kids into the waterfall. There are wading pools along the way, some in front of the falls, which are fun to splash around and take family photos. Younger kids who can't go on the hike will appreciate the view from the top of the falls. There are guardrails, but parents should always keep your younger kids close as an added precaution. There's a beach at the bottom of the falls that everyone is sure to enjoy afterwards. Black River Safari. Take a trip down one of Jamaica's largest rivers. This wild guided boat trip will find you and your group navigating along a river, surrounded by the richest greenery. On the way, see how many birds, iguanas, and other animals you'll spot, even crocodiles. Your kids will be in pure amazement during the safari, where they will also learn about the efforts of Jamaican authorities to protect the wildlife in the area. Mystic Mountain. A visit to Mystic Mountain is definitely one of the fun things to do in Jamaica. With kids, here you can get into things like zip lining, which is available for ages 5 and up, bobsledding, and go on a rainforest adventure. Jamaica's rainforests are said to be comparative in beauty to its beaches, and as part of this excursion, you'll be able to take a lift right up to the mountain and over the forest. From the top, you'll be able to spot waterfalls and amazing views of the ocean. Also at the summit, there's a splash pool, a hummingbird garden, and a restaurant. From there, you'll be able to zoom down the mountain in a bobsled, which will surely be a thrill. Blue Hole. Children are sure to love the Blue Hole, which is pretty much summed up in its name. It is a magnificently blue swimming pool where people often jump off rocks into the water or use rope swings to splash into the pool. A 10-minute walk from the Blue Hole will take you to a small waterfall, which is also a great find. Pirates Island Water Park. Not many all-inclusive resorts in Jamaica offer water parks and kids camps, and Beaches Resort is ahead of the game in this aspect. Considered the biggest and most exciting water parks in the Caribbean, the water parks at Beaches Resorts keep children entertained for hours. In fact, they're not going to want to leave. At the Pirates Island Water Park in Ocho Rios and Negril, you'll find water slides, kid-friendly pools, and swim-up soda bars. There are also water cannons, whirlpools, and a lazy river only in Negril that children can navigate as their imaginations run wild. Dolphin Cove. If you've never swum with dolphins, Jamaica is a great place to try. This tour is loved by both children and adults. This is due to the friendly nature of the dolphins and how playful and photogenic they are. This is one of the most fun things to do with kids in Jamaica. And even if kids can't swim, they can participate with assistance from parents or other adults in the group. There is also the option of going on a glass bottom tour to see the dolphins, which is perfect for toddlers. Most children love petting and kissing the dolphins, and older children can feed and help take care of them as part of a dolphin care program. All in all, you'll learn about the day-to-day life of dolphins. Columbus Park Museum is located in Ocho Rios. The name Christopher Columbus is well known across the islands, and the Columbus Park Museum is named after him. This museum in Ocho Rios is located in the place where it is believed that Christopher Columbus first set foot on the island in the 16th century. The open air museum puts a lot of Jamaica's history from that era into context and can be an educational and fun experience for the whole family. The Negril Lighthouse offers spectacular views, and the entire experience will be loved by both you and the kids. Other than exploring the old lighthouse, some especially brave souls choose to engage in cliff diving over the moderate cliffs into the water. On the day that you decide to go, you may run into some of these people or even want to try yourself. Cliff jumping can be exhilarating, but it is not recommended for young or small children. The lighthouse experience, however, is great for the whole family. Green Grato Caves on the north coast of Jamaica is among the more notable highlights on the island, and a must if you're traveling with children. It is said that the caves were once used as a place of refuge for runaway slaves, and also as a hiding place for Spanish soldiers during times of war. They were even used as a nightclub and then later designated a national landmark. Today you can tour the caves and find out more about their history and geology. You will trek 45 feet underground, see the lake within, and also the fruit bats which call the caves home. Visit the birthplace of Bob Marley. There isn't anyone more famous in Jamaica or the Caribbean for that matter than Bob Marley. While on the island, make some time to visit 9 Mile Village where the reggae legend was born. This trip will take you into a rural village and upwards into the mountains. Along the way, you may spot school children in uniform on their way to school. And soon you'll be at the Bob Marley Mausoleum, where you can light a candle and see the tomb of Marley, a musical ambassador for his country who will not soon be forgotten. Appleton Estate Rum Factory Tour. It may not seem like the best thing to do with kids, but the inner workings of the factory itself are fascinating, and children are sure to enjoy learning about the process that results in the creation of this award-winning rum. Leave the tastings to the adults and let the kids take in the lesson of how things are made. Tweens and teens will be captivated by the whole experience, and they leave with a wealth of knowledge on the origins of the estate and rum factory. And so will you. The Luminous Lagoon is one of the only tours done at nighttime on the island, and that has a lot to do with the nature of this attraction. This tour is done by boat, and you and a group of 30 people will get out on the water, where you will witness firsthand the lagoon, which lights up at night due to the microorganisms in the water that give out a flash of light when touched. Jamaica is known to have the brightest luminous water in the world, and the children for sure will be awestruck by this experience. Little Ochi. Whether you arrive by land or sea, just make sure you go. Pick out your own fresh fish, lobster, conch, shrimp or crab, and have them prepare it with garlic, curry, brown stew, jerk, grilled, escaviched, fried, and so much more. Then pick out which boat you'd like to sit in while eating. Yep, that's right. Which boat solidly grounded, of course, as all the food at Little Ochi is cooked to order. Once you place your order, you will have time to stroll down the beach and see one of the largest or busiest fishing beaches in all of Jamaica. Of course, sometimes there are more birds on the beach than people. It's located on the beach in Alligator Pond, an hour drive from Treasure Beach, and well worth the trip. Jack Sprat. Jack Sprat is the neighborhood hotspot in Treasure Beach, where locals and Jake's guests come over for the fresh grilled seafood and the pizza, made with toppings like pepperoni, lobster, and jerk chicken. There is also an ice cream counter and a regular beach bonfire. Of course, everyone is drawn to the vibe. It always feels like there is a relaxed party going on at Jack Sprat. Great music, the breezy outdoor deck overlooking the ocean, and movies every Thursday night. Margaritaville. Margaritaville in Ocho Rios is one of a franchise of excellent beachfront bar and grill attractions created by multi-millionaire Jimmy Buffett. They have somehow been able to maintain a high standard and yet keep the feel rustic and unforced. Margaritaville is a lounger's or thriller seeker's paradise, so choose one or sample both. Everything is available here. The restaurant is open all day and turns out delicious food at a rapid pace. You can literally have anything from seafood with an island twist to jerk chicken or pork. The grill is always blazing, and Margaritaville is known for having some of the best burgers on the island.
Well, right now there should be a 25 people, but guess what? There's too much hot spots in